would a super popular song still be a hit if it wasn't a completely different style? Today, I'm gonna take Gnarly by KATSEYE, which normally sounds like this, and I'm gonna completely change how it sounds without changing the lyrics. Here are the rules. 1, I'm gonna spin this wheel, which has the names of different popular artists on it. 2, I have to remake Gnarly in the style of the singer it lands on. 3, I can't change any of the lyrics. And 4, just to make it extra hard, I can't listen to anything I'm doing on my speakers until I'm done. I can only use these headphones. All right, so I got this wheel here. I've got artists like Lisa, Post Malone, Charlie XCX on it. Some of these are really easy. Like, I feel like Charlie XCX and Gnarly, that's like a very similar style. But like Ariana Grande, I don't even know what I would do with that. So fingers crossed I get something that makes sense. Oh, NewJeans. I'm kind of like regretting my life choices right now a little bit. For anyone who doesn't know, NewJeans are known for like a minimalistic approach to their beats, very soft vocals. So basically the opposite of what Gnarly is. Okay, I'm gonna start by writing some chords. I'm gonna go for like pop R&B vibes, soulful chords. NewJeans are very much known for that. I don't know how that fits in with Gnarly, but that's the challenge. I definitely think this could be a little bit spicier, so let me find another sound. Okay, I got this cute little electronic piano sort of vibe, very NewJeans. And I'm using a little bit of sidechaining on it too. This great plugin called One Knob Pumper gives it that unsa, unsa, unsa kind of pump. It's so weird to be doing this challenge in just headphones because I'll be honest with you guys, I'm usually very attached to the sound of my speakers in my studio. I really rely on it to guide my decisions. But since today I'm doing it all in headphones, I'm using these really cool headphones called VSX by Slate Audio, who are the sponsor of today's video. This is super cool because what these headphones do, they don't just look nice. They actually allow me to hear my song as if it's played back in different spaces. So like studios, cars, small speakers, you name it. But a bit more on that later. Okay, now I need to pick some more NewJeans type sounds. I feel like I need something cute, like a little synth bell. Very common sound for their type of sonics. Okay, this is what we got. And yeah, this is also arcade. I'm very much in an arcade mood. Now I want to start working on drums. Now, NewJeans do have a very specific drum style. It's really heavy on the percussion. So a lot of little like claps, hats, rim sounds. The word that comes to mind is busy, but in a very good way. Yeah, I'm thinking almost like flamenco claps. That might be interesting. I'm kind of just moving these around to try to find different rhythm patterns that would go with what I'm envisioning. But honestly, the more I keep doing this, the less I'm feeling it. So let's keep searching for a different short percussive sound that can really fit this. I actually got a lot of pretty fun sounds in here. Like there's this guiro. Hey, so nostalgic. There's a little recurring triangle. Fun little rim clicks. I think this is cute and is sounding very NewJeans. There are a couple of things I'm not feeling too confident about though. It's the kick sound and the snare sound. I think they could be better, but what I'm gonna do to really help me out is I'm gonna flip through the different modeled environments in the VSX plugin, which comes with these headphones. So what I can do here is I can pick an environment to listen to. So a studio like this or this. I can check the mix in the car, which is like a very common thing for mix engineers to do, to the point that it's cliched. But usually you have to go out to the car. Here, you know, you can pick the kind of car you want, you know, SUV, electric car. It's pretty cool. I think I'm gonna stick with Steven's mix room, which is like one of the classic rooms that comes with this plugin. I don't know if there will be a huge difference for you guys listening to this, but for me, hearing these drums through VSX and through this plugin, I can immediately tell so much more. It's actually crazy. Okay, yeah, my kick is not powerful enough and my snare's sort of like dull sounding, I guess. It was actually transposed down originally. I'm gonna transpose the snare up, make it like nice and tinny and kind of a sharp little hit. Okay, that's better. And this kick, I'm actually going to replace the sample and I'm going to construct my own kick. You guys have seen me do this a lot, but I'm picking what I call a kick body. This is something I show a lot in my music producer crash course. But basically, you're looking for a kick that has a lot of sub information, that's got that low end. And then I'm going to layer it with a kick top or a kick click, which is more of what it sounds like, that high-end hit that makes the kick cut through the smaller speakers. Let me check my drums with my pad and my bell. That is so NewJeans. I have no idea how the gnarly part is gonna fit in this, but we'll get to that. Okay, I'm gonna do bass next. In NewJeans songs, we actually often get like a very deep 808 bass. The percussions are light, the vocals are light, but the bass is like, there, honey. So I'm gonna use my favorite sub lab, and then I'm just gonna kind of adjust some of these envelopes. I want my bass to glide, kind of do like this kind of stuff. You guys will hear it in a second. This is what I got. Kind of a combination of all the things I've heard in NewJeans songs. Some rhythmic hits like this, some gliding. I think this will work. The only thing is, I usually find it very difficult to mix bass when I'm in headphones. I literally just can't feel it. But let me go ahead and check this in VSX. I think this is a very nice sounding studio environment. My bass is definitely too quiet. I'm just gonna go ahead and bump this up. And then even inside Sublab, maybe I can make some adjustments here. That is so much better. Yeah, and honestly, this feels a lot more accurate than what I'm used to in my normal headphones. By the way, Steven Slate Audio just launched a new version of VSX 5.0. They've been working on it for years, and it's basically a complete rebuild of this whole mixing system for these headphones. They're also making the price of VSX Platinum $100 cheaper than it usually is for the next few weeks, just to celebrate the launch of 5.0. And you can even get it for rent to own, which we appreciate options. Now we're just gonna add a few moments of sonic candy to this. I'm really liking what I'm doing here. I took the sample here. I think this is just a synth, right? I'm not sure exactly what this instrument is. I kind of like how bendy and messed up it is. It's just interesting sounding. So I cut it up and it sounds like this, chopped up. NewJeans are actually pretty known for vocal chops in their songs, so I added one more. This is like a yell that without it sounds like this. And let's listen to this instrumental and try to figure out how we can make Gnarly fit this. Okay, this is coming out really good and it's sounding really good in my headphones. But now for the hardest part. I guess I could try to aggressively rap over this. Oh, we going out tonight, gang gang. No, I can't. That type of part works so well with the original track, but not here. Okay, I'm gonna try a totally different approach. I'm gonna re-record this song, but in a way that NewJeans would do it. So light and airy and girly. But obviously I'm gonna keep the super sassy lyrics. Okay, I think I do have something. So obviously mostly the song is rap, but NewJeans don't rap that much. So I turned a lot of the parts into sing rap, sort of like Ariana Grande vibes. Poverty, Tesla, fried chicken, party in the Hollywood Hills. Okay, there are a couple of reasons why this sounds so different. First of all, my performance approach is really airy. I'm not pushing my voice at all, just kind of letting it come out. Also, I exhale at the end of almost every phrase like this. Tesla, Tesla. I call it pushing air, and this really helps lock in that soft vibe. Now, the next thing I'm gonna do here to make Gnarly more NewJeansy is I'm gonna add background vocals. They're known for their really pretty background vocals in songs like Oh My God, where it's just really beautiful, soulful stacks. So to mimic that, I got a couple of background parts here. Everything's gnarly. And this one too. Everything's gnarly. And I'm making sure to add some nice reverb just to make it really pretty. Now, the one thing I've been percolating on is that gnarly. It's so cool. And I want to kind of keep the vibes of that, but obviously fitting this. So I performed these the same as everything else, really cute. Gnarly. But I feel like now that I'm hearing it through VSX, it just seems too basic. One thing is it's not giving me width. Whether I listen midfield, near field, far field, it just kind of sounds condensed a little bit. So I think I need to push these out like pretty wide, and maybe like 30 left, 30 right, something like that. I'm also going to layer these with a copy of one of these vocals tuned down an octave. And I'm gonna add a doubler, which is gonna add like a subtle metallic key effect. Oh, and a little bit of wobble and big crush for even a little bit more distortion and more width. Let's kind of hear this with the other vocals and just see. Oh, that sounds so much nicer. And I think the doubler gives it like a little bit of edge without taking it out of NewJeans territory. Okay, we're getting pretty close. I just gotta add a few more parts in. And remember how I was talking about chopped things, chopped vocals, chopped synths? I kind of want to do a vocal chop out of Gnarly. It's something that NewJeans would very much do. And I think it could add a little bit of aggression to this without obviously being like aggressive. Okay, this is what I've got. I think this is kind of cool. I like it. That's fun. Okay, I think we're actually ready to listen to this whole thing. Who's scared? I'm scared. I actually took off my headphones like halfway through playback just to hear what it sounds like in the studio on the speakers. And it sounds right. It sounds good. VSX, you did me right. On speakers, it sounds just as good. And if you guys would like more details about these headphones and all the amazing things that they do, I actually made a second video where I mixed the song in more detail and also showed the different features of VSX. So you should totally check that out. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Bye.